Good morning, it's Saturday here, and I have just moved into my new apartment. Andy and Jordan, I have a very special question for you guys today. You guys are like my best friends. I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel, and I've never known what to do. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube, and I have a lot of favorites. One of my favorite channels is the Vlog Brothers, Hank Green and John Green, where every week they send each other these video messages just talking about what's going on in their world. How cool would it be if we did the same thing? We could talk about whatever we wanted, whatever's going on in our world, and just send it back and forth to each other here over YouTube. In today's video, I want to talk about love. I love loving people. It brings me so much joy to invest, to care, to love people, and it's something that we don't do well. Love should be unconditional. I think that's the bit that always gets me. People always say that they're going to love me, but they always have an agenda. When I don't get something right, or I screw up, or I don't fit their mold, they walk away from me. That's not what love is. Love is a choice that I make towards you, not how I respond to you. We're so scared of love. We're afraid of being alone, and so we cut ourselves off from other people. Annie, Jordan, I hope you guys know I love you more. There's no words to describe how much I love you guys. I'll do anything for you. Absolutely anything. There's not a thing that you can do that would ever stop me from being in a relationship with you. I'm wholly committed to you and devoted to you. I mean, that's really what I want. There's two things. If there was two things that I saw happen before I die, it would be that people learn how to love, and people learn to see how good God is. I want to see husbands loving their wives. I want to see parents loving their children, not expecting anything from them, not having an agenda for them, not having a plan laid out for them. We just love them no matter what's going on. I think that's one of the reasons I'm so on board with same-sex relationships being legalized. I mean, we could talk about how Scripture condones it, how it's a sin, and how it's a horrible thing. And you know what? I don't care. I mean, I do care. But if we're not loving people first, it doesn't matter. I mean, when it comes down to it, why should we be making choices for somebody else? And why should we pull away from loving somebody else because of their choices? I mean, where is that biblical? Where is that in God's story? I mean, yeah, there's some nuances and details we have to figure out. I get that. But I refuse to let someone else's life choices dictate the way I respond to them and the way I love them. And it's challenging, and I don't always know all the answers. I mean, it's amazing how many times you guys have said, wow, Adam, you love me through the situation. And I'm just like freaking out because I have no idea how to respond to you and what's going on in your world. But I'm so committed no matter what. People don't like not being in control. And I think we've gotten really good at controlling other people. We're so afraid that if we let other people be themselves, that somehow they'll have control over us and we'll be inferior all of a sudden. So we lord ourselves over other people by trying to control their decisions. Alright, so I have two questions for you guys. The first is, what is love to you and what drives your love? Okay, that's two questions, but whatever. What is love to you And what drives you to love? That's one question. And my other question is, how can we as a society learn to love and not fear our neighbor? I look forward to your responses.